I feel like this is such a treat to kind of get to talk to different generations of players from this program at once. Like, I don't see that happen a lot. I'm sure you all experience it at alumni events, but it's not often that you get to have three people who played it at different times, different national championships, different experiences and teams all in the same room. How do you describe the Sooner bond?
I think it's super cool. I mean, Coach, when I was like my senior, she never let us forget the 2000 team, and she would always bring them up and just how gritty they were. And you know, when we thought that like we were all of that, she goes, no, 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 like look at this team, and she'd pull up videos of even their team, and she never let us forget the legacy that was built, and that's what I love. Like we are here at this beautiful stadium, but we'll never forget the team that started at Reeves Park when she first coached. And I just love that about her. She never let the legacy of OU softball in this program go. And so we remember names from the 2000 team, from before, and even when Marita Hines was the coach. So the legacy lives on, and I think it's just super special when we have Alumni Day and you start putting the names to faces that she said. And it's like, oh yeah, like I've watched so many videos about you. So to see them, they walk up with their kids, and it's just been super cool to learn about the OU legacy. But she will never let you forget on what this was built on and what this program was built on. And it's really cool for the future generation of Sooners too, because I know that she'll never let that go.
So when you think about your first day at Oklahoma, what's a memory or a feeling that comes rushing back?
Because I just remember getting dropped off here by my family into the new dorms. I remember all of the staff was there, and we were getting moved into our new dorms with all of our new just teammates. And I just remember the feeling of finally being here and being proud, being scared, being nervous, but being able to experience everything with all the teammates, all the coaches, and my family in general. But on the field, we just talked about this, we did the range drill, and that's something that I feel is Oklahoma softball. The range drill is where half of us are at first base, half of us are at third base, and you have two ground balls going at the same time. You throw across, and then you go for the next ground ball, throw across. You have to do whatever it takes to get the job done, and it's funny because if you don't dive, you're out. Like, you start right over. You miss it, you start over. And then you go straight to the outfield and do the exact same thing and run across. But every time coach was like, oh, we're gonna start with the range drill, we were all like, oh great. Oh, no, this is gonna take a lot of chances. But
yeah, I was gonna say one of my most memorable things was after a loss. Coach had called me into her office to see how I was kind of handling it, because I was wearing losses hard at that time. And she just reminded me that one loss isn't on a single person on this team, and one event in the game doesn't change the outcome of the game. And I think it's so important because a lot of people put that pressure on themselves and make this game their entire life, and coach refuses to let you see it like that. And I think it just speaks to how much she does outside of the game to build you as a person.
What's a moment from your time at OU that fans may not know about, but that was really impactful or important to you?
No matter what the sport is, all that comes with it, she allowed us to go and be free outside these walls and do what you want, just let go of the game. And I just remember that being my special moments, was just all the baptism throughout this program, to be a believer of God, and she's fully supporting that. And no matter what the outcome of the game is, we can go out as a team and be free and kind of stand up in what we believe in and just be very unapologetic about who we are. And I think fans have heard the word unapologetic and about our teams, and some are like, oh, that's just about how they play. But no, it's about who we are off the field and what we do outside, whether that's a win or a loss, but we're allowed to go celebrate that outside of here. And I remember those being my special moments, and just I'll always remember the baptisms throughout the entire team, throughout the entire year, which is super cool.
Being unapologetically yourself takes a lot of courage. Where does that come from?
I feel one of the things that is so special about this program is exactly what she said. Coach allows you to be exactly who you are. You don't need to be one thing and one thing only. You can go so many different avenues, and she's gonna fully support it. But as long as you stand firm in what you're doing and you're decisive and you do everything to the fullest of your ability that you're doing, I just feel she gives us that space to really be ourselves and not be afraid of doing that. And because of her, I feel like that's why we're all the people that we are. We're decisive, we stand firm in our decisions, and we're not afraid to make choices. And I feel the minute you walk in here, because of her presence and because of what she has done, you're not afraid to do it yourself. And you just kind of become that. You become who you surround yourself with, and her and all the other coaches and the people that she brings in, it's exactly that every time.
You all have these really personal relationships with this program and coach and one another. How do you come out of this and not get lost?
I would definitely say it's like the teachings that coach like gives you of how like this sport doesn't define who you are, and then so you know that everything you're going through, the 20, 21-year girls around you are going through as well. So really like diving into them and like staying where your feet are and just really trusting everybody around you. I think that helped me a lot, like with my transition, just because everybody here is doing the exact same thing. How important is it to have OU, in a lot of ways, be a standard for pro softball? Like, this is what a locker room can look like. This is what a field can look like. The dirt can be this perfect. The grass can be this nice. I know it's college, but like, how does it move the sport as a whole forward of like, this can be our standard in our facilities as we advocate for more viewership, more coverage, higher and better pay, and just a better game for pro softball?
I mean, this is the standard. Like, this is what it should look like in college and after college. And I think one of the biggest things is where we're at right now with professional softball. I mean, it's growing. We're in a really, really good spot with Kim as our leader, and with now the partnership with MLB, like they know the standard and we're gonna get there. I have full confidence that we're gonna get there, and being here at Love's Field just shows exactly what it takes and what it needs to be. This is where we should be playing. We should be playing in a stadium like this, and being able to experience this, both teams, it shows. I mean, they're talking about how loud it is being out on the field. I can't even imagine like what it sounds like, and it's really cool because this is professional softball and a lot of people love watching softball.
How neat is that to see this area of the United States, this community, this fan base, but people are traveling from far. You know, they're coming from Texas. I know people who flew in to see these games here, that they're showing up, that they're packing it out. We've had sellouts one after another, but for it to be here, how special has that been?
It's super special. I just think of the little girls in the stands and how like we get to be a part of something that they can be in the future. And I think that's where this program and that has done so well is just the fan base that they got. And I think professional softball just needs that fan base, and the more we travel around the country and on tour to these colleges, the more fans we can get out. And I think that's been super cool. I think Sulphur was very loud as well, to experience that and to see all the little girls in the stands there. And so I think going on tour on these different places just shows that they can all be fans of AUSL, and I think that's where it could lead us, like how loud it can get, and the more people we can attract to the sport and attract to AUSL is just going to make it even go up from here. And I just think of how loud this stadium was, and I'm like, dang, like I'm just so used to it because of college, like just being so out of it. I'm like, this is so cool to hear my teammates in the dugout, like I've never heard it be this loud before. I'm like, that is so special for them to be able to experience this, and how much I want it for them to be like this normally. And I think being a part of it is super cool, and especially being home while doing it. But I think getting as many people out as we can, I think we'll just even grow this thing even more.
Gosh, nothing is on accident. Everything that you all have described is so, so intentional. Sam, what were those conversations like that for you? You've told me a little bit about how coming to OU is just like breath of fresh air and finding your love of softball again, but then to decide to keep doing this thing that you've done your whole life, what was that change for you that meant, okay, not only am I loving this again, I want to keep going?
Yeah, so when I got here, I had no intention of playing pro, and I was like, I'm gonna finish out my college experience. I've loved it. I've had my ups and downs with it, but then getting here and getting to play for Coach Gasso, she really just makes you start to love this game again, and just like who you are as a person, and that allows you to play more free. So when the conversation came up about playing pro, I kind of was like, I don't know. Like I want to go to medical school. I want to kind of get my life started. And she really talked to me, and like we weighed all these options, and I think it really just came down to the fact that like she had so much more belief in me than I did in myself. And so when we were able to kind of get me to believe in myself and AUSL was on the table, I kind of jumped on it once I understood that. So I have no regrets, and I feel like this game is growing so much, and it's so special to be a part of this, especially the first season of AUSL, and just really getting to be around so many legends of this game and getting to be around alumni and getting to be friends with somebody who was once my coach. So I think it's so special and just very like eye-opening and a full circle moment like Tiare was saying.
Coming into your first start here in Lovefield as a pro, any expectations of what that might feel like or be like for the first time?
I'm hoping it's going to be just very calming and very familiar and something that'll help me kind of get back in my groove and just help me to keep pushing through this first half, because I think everybody in this league is tired right now and we're all pushing through it. So I'm hoping it's going to be that just exactly what I need to get through this mentally, physically, and I'm just super excited to be in front of Sooner Nation again.